Oh, all right. So we have the Five of Swords. Have a look. We got the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Someone's kicking this up a notch. And Knight of Pentacles. All right. All right, guys. Let's see. So we have the World coming up here. Completion of a cycle. Completion, completion, completion. Done with it. Finished with it. Going to move on to something new now. This doesn't happen overnight. So maybe this whole week is that transitional. Some of you might have even, you can be stuck in this for ages. But it's getting ready to move forward. And I get the sense with the World coming up as the underlying and we have the Tower coming up as the focus, you're sick of this transitional phase. That's what I feel like it is. Something has been done. Something's kind of getting finished or done up. And I always say, like, the World, you've climbed to the top of the mountain and you're ready to go climb a new mountain now. But it's like, enjoy the view for a moment. And you're like, okay, great. But the view's getting boring now. You're like, I'm ready to go do something else. I've finished up this cycle. That's what I feel it is, especially with the Tower here. So it's almost as if you try to shock this new beginning, or you tear down something, or, I mean, it might have been something that you've built. Maybe that whole old cycle, you built something, and now you're like, yeah, well, I'm done with that. The Tower. The Tower is unexpected change. As much as we say the World is transitional, that's why I kind of feel like some of you you're stuck here. And it's all about you because we have the King of Swords there. And like I said, there's no shocks, there's no surprises, which the Tower is shocking. So are you being the force of, are you that lightning striking down on someone or something? Because have a look what we have coming up to explain the Tower. So just to say, the Tower is the card that comes before the Tower in the Major Arcana. It's the Devil. What's holding you back? Why do we have to smash the Tower down? Because it's holding you back. What is it holding you back from going forward? That sounds kind of obvious, but we have the World here. So I think oh gosh. And for Gemini, this is hard. You are done with the situation. It's completed. It's completed, but for whatever reason, it's lingering. There's this kind of lingering energy here. So it's almost as if, look, I'm done waiting for this to kind of fully complete out and for something new to come in. I'm just going to tear stuff down myself. And we have the Five of Swords here. This is the victory card, yes, but it's an empty victory. So I would say to you, Gemini, with the Tower coming up here, and I don't ever, ever, ever think we can make the wrong decision. All I ever go for is be aware of what you're going for. Be aware of what could happen in the situation. With the Five of Swords, it's saying, you do risk to lose something in the situation. It says pick your battles wisely. Are you sure you want to be the force of the Tower in this situation? Are you sure you want to do that? Because it feels like it costs you something. But sometimes we can say, it's fine. I'm willing to do that. As long as I get to move on. Like, it's knowing what your focus is on, knowing what you expect from a situation, right? Why is that? Because of the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you might be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think someone's really dragging their feet here, and I don't think it's you. Or, if it's you, somebody else does the Tower. Somebody is dragging their feet, Knight of Pentacles. I mean, he's reliable, he's dependable. He's not like he's doing it to kind of drive anyone crazy. He just needs to have all the answers and wants a plan and wants to know what they're doing. But with the Tower coming up here, this is drastic change. And this can be work, this can be in the family, this can be friends, this can be a relationship. Somebody's dragging their feet. Somebody's about to pull the rug out from under everyone. Just to shake things up, to kind of, let's start something new, for God's sake. That's what's kind of coming in. And the thing is, you're not just straight jumping to the Five of Swords out of nothing. You've got the Five of Wands here in the past. That's kind of like a lesser energy. And the fives always come the agents of chaos, right? They're bringing change. But here, this is more kind of amicable. This is more kind of competition. This could be petty squabbles. This is more, you can see there's like a tug of war going on here. But this is more, it can be an internal conflict about this. But this is more where other people, they're well-meaning, they have great intentions, but they might be telling us what to do, which, rule number one, don't tell me what to do. I don't think any adults have the right to tell any other adults what to do. You just don't. You don't have that right. Because when you tell someone what to do, no matter how good your intentions are, What you're actually saying is, I know what's better for you than you do. And even if what you perceive as a mistake they're going to make, or, they perceive you're about to make a mistake, doesn't matter. That's your right. That's your free will to be able to do that. No one has the right to tell you what to do. But the point of the Five of Wands here as the past foundation, this could be last week, last month, last year, is that you've kind of dealt with this. It was at a lesser level. It's being kicked up to the Five of Swords level, though. And of course, because we have the King of Swords coming up in the present, basically what I see is this guy's about to start swinging his sword. And yeah, he's a king and he doesn't mess around. What is that sword? It's the sword of truth. He's done with the indecision. He knows the path forward. Whenever there's a decision that needs to be made, the King of Swords he's not afraid to make that decision because he knows. He's so intelligent. He has all the answers. He can figure it out, and he doesn't care about those pesky emotions. There aren't any cups in this reading. Someone's at the end of their rope. I've been patient. I've kind of waited. I humored this situation. Not anymore. So if the Five of Swords is saying, pick your battles wisely, he's like, yeah, I did. Don't worry. But you get out of it what you expect. That's the kind of, I don't know. If this makes no, excuse me. If this makes no sense to you, this is not your message. Because whoever's in this, they know. You'd be sitting there nodding, listening to this, thinking, yeah, this is exactly what's happened. That, I'm done with playing now. I'm done with being patient. I'm done with all of that. Let the tower fall. Let it come down. And it's your truth. That's what you're speaking here. But the Three of Wands, it's interesting energy because it's waiting for your ships to come in, right? But you know what to expect in this card. It's not a wait and see energy. You have a plan out of all of this. Knight of Pentacles, there's two. And it's kind of strange because with the Five of Swords, it is that, you could lose something. But with the Three of Wands coming up there, you get what you expect out of this. So what are you expecting? Only you know that. The King of Swords definitely knows that. The King of Swords, yes, that's air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I think it's you guys. It just feels this feels too personal. What's going on here? It feels too personal. So even if it is another air sign, and remember, the signs don't own the cards. They just lend their energies to it. This is, you are going to, it's almost like, the change is going to happen no matter what. And I think it's kind of long overdue. It just feels it's been kind of stuck. Yeah, we're kind of done, but it isn't. It's that energy of maybe you broke up with someone, right? But you're still because you felt sorry for them, or they kind of were a little needy, or you had kids together, or a place together, or something. There was something to sort out. But now you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. It's swinging that sword. But new opportunities come in. That's the whole thing with the Three of Wands. It's kind of strange. It kind of feels like it's needed someone to do this. That's why it was stuck. Because it's needed someone to kind of get out and kick the tires to get the car going. Like that kind of energy is coming in here. And you have a plan. People might look at you when you're doing this and think, you've lost your mind, Gemini. Gemini, you've lost your mind. But it's like, no, I know what I'm doing. And I know what's going to come back at me. And I know what to do. When that comes back at me, I have my next move ready. Very chess playerish. It's like a game of chess going on here. But it's not nefarious. There's no anything hidden. There's not anything. I mean, with the Five of Swords, that's conflict. But we have that. It's escalated to this. It's escalated. So this is not a surprise either. Unless it's a surprise for the other person. It's general reading, right? It can go both ways. But if someone had just stopped and thought about this, they would have known that this is exactly where it was going to go. What's the advice? The advice is the Wheel of Fortune. There are opportunities that come out of this. This is a crazy reading, Gemini. You'll have to let me know what happens. It's got that kind of whole sense. Like I said, it's like a chess game. It's that you've seen the moves, I don't know, 5, 10 moves ahead. You know where this is going. And you're ready to do it. You're ready to lose your queen if it means getting the king. It's that kind of energy. Do you know what I mean? With that Five of Swords coming up as well. And the Wheel of Fortune says, yeah, that wheel's turning. You have 3 major cards of change here. This is going to shift things for sure. But the Wheel of Fortune says when a situation comes back around again, and it will, it's going to come back around again. Are you going to do things differently this time? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is something that's come back around again. You thought you were done with it and it's come back. It's like, does this never die? Does this never go away? When the hell am I going to be done with this cycle? Because you were the one that needed to act differently. And you do that. You do things differently. Whoever's been dragging their heels in this, nope, not anymore. The other thing with the Wheel of Fortune is like kind of fated energy. And, you know, what does that mean? It means opportunities, people that come in, and it's up to us. We turn those kind of fated things that happen or people that come in, we turn them into opportunities, right? It's us that turn them into opportunities. Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. I mean, that tower can represent any kind of shocking change, right? The main thing of this is that you know your mind. And the thing is, that's how I say, if you want the truth, you have to be the truth. You have to speak your truth. Same with that. If you want more love, you have to be more loving. Bloody hell, Gemini, you have serendipity. This is this card, you know, fate, fortune smiles on you, that 4-leaf clover, good luck. I really think that, you know, whatever this situation is, there'll be people, if there were bystanders sitting there eating popcorn watching this, they would be shocked. I'm thinking, how the hell did Gemini pull this off? How the hell did Gemini pull this off? Lady Luck is smiling on you, that's why. Because, yeah, you've done the work. That's why this is a successful completion. You got the knowledge from this, which you use now. Here we go. It says, dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness out there someday? Excuse me. So many go chasing a magic out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here. And it kind of feels like you're doing that. That's bloody the tower. That's where you don't care what's going to happen. And I think it's out of optimism because you can expect the best out of it. It happens, right? There's no kind of like, I mean, you might be at the end of your rope. You might be waiting for this situation to finish and stuff. But that's just it. You're kind of stepping into this now. You're doing something in the moment. It's an amazing reading, Gemini. You're going to have to really let me know how this plays out for you.